Hey, welcome back to The Five. Well, there's a lot of outrage over this next story. I want you to take a look at this book. It's called a children's book called Maggie's Going on a Diet. Now, among the potential problems, Maggie loses more than 7 pounds in the first week. Impossible. And this book is aimed at children as young as 4 years old. At least that's what it says on Amazon. However, the authors are saying it's aimed more for 6 years old to 12. So you decide yourself. But the obvious question is, do kids need to be learning these types of lessons at such a young age? Is it appropriate? A lot of outrage over this. Take a listen to the author, Paul Kramer, defending himself.
I'm amazed, absolutely amazed. I had no idea that anything like this would ever happen. My intentions were just to write a story to entice and to have children feel better about themselves.
All right, Bob.
I tell you, Paul should have written that book for himself early on, I think. I don't have any problem with this. Look, I think obesity, as much as Greg makes fun of it, I think you do.
I think the epidemic is alive.
It is an epidemic in this country.
It's not an epidemic.
And it's going to cost them their lives. It's going to cost the country a fortune to take care of them. Why not get them to start early? And by the way, I lost 7 pounds once in a week. That's because I didn't drink. Didn't eat.
What's the outcry? What's the outrage of it? It's okay. It's teaching a kid.
Take a look at the picture.
Teaching a kid how to eat right and exercise a little bit. This is.
Well, they've got the little girl standing in front of the mirror with a cute little Pippi Longstocking, pigtails, and then she's got a dress that's like a negative size 2 that she's trying to. I mean, I just think it's inappropriate. I have to tell you.
She opens up any magazine in the country, she's going to see a lot worse.
She's too young. That's the bottom line.
It's
too young. Kids are supposed to be chubby. They grow out of it. The best part about
baby fat.
Yeah, it's called baby fat for a reason. I didn't get rid of mine until I was in my 30s. But anyway, this is a ridiculous book.
Take a look at this window.
What bothers me is, okay, so he says it's aimed for teenagers, but even teenagers can get obsessed with exercise and diet. And men don't realize, the men at the table don't realize that what they do to women their entire lives is to make them feel self-conscious about what they eat and how they look. And if you start that when you're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, then you're never going to grow out of it, and you're never going to get to enjoy, as you were telling me to enjoy.
Listen, women make me feel self-conscious about it all the time. What are you talking about? How'd you turn this into a sex thing?
What? Because I think it is weird that this guy wrote this book aimed at young girls to try to get them to look slimmer. And look at the illustrations.
Right.
And nobody loses 7.5 pounds in a week unless you're on The Biggest Loser or you cut off your arm.
Or you have a drug problem.
If the author was a female and didn't look like Mr. Kramer, who might, whatever, would you be okay with that?
If I wrote the book, I still would think it was inappropriate. I'm telling you, I've dealt with too many young women. The author's even saying the age of 6. I think it's inappropriate. Little girls already feel so bad about themselves, trying to fit in, worrying about this. This is only, I think, going to damage your self-esteem. As a parent, if you want to have a conversation with your child and say, let's talk about healthy eating or food choices, that's one thing. But don't give her this book.
I want to write a book for that guy called Don't Be So Creepy.
Yeah, that's another, that's another segment.
This is something you and I need to talk about here, buddy.
What?
You've listened to 2 of them, how they're reacting to this thing. This reminds me of when I was married, when I knew that I had to get out from underneath the conversation because it was going about to a golf thing was going to hit me on the head. Right. I think they're both. This is a woman. Yeah, this is their problem. Okay, let's let them have their problem.
Just go ahead and
let's get out of it. Yeah, let's just step back. And Greg's got his feminine sides coming out, which is most of it.
No, I'm just pro chubby kids. Chubby kids are great. They're fun, and they're never chubby for long.
You just
say what
it's my own studies.
Is that? Oh, yes, from the Gutfeld Academy.
Yes.
School choice. Okay. Well, we were going to get to this other story about Harvard professor, medical journal, saying food tax is solution to obesity. Is it the right idea, Greg, to just tax sugar?
We got to go quick. We got to go quick.
It's not right.
What else, Harvard? What a surprise! Fixed every problem with the tax.
Eric couldn't get in. No.
And a British medical journal. So
the problem with these taxes is
we got to get out.
Let's tax pipes.
I'm telling you what the producers are telling me.
Pipes. Go after the Harvard professors so they can't smoke their pipes.
Oh,
right. We got to pull the ripcord. We're out. Coming up, one Wisconsin town is banning Republican politicians from its Labor Day parade. Is this a punishment for everything that's gone on in that state over the past few months? You tell us. That's next on The Five.